Blake Lively is slamming The Hollywood Reporter's recent magazine cover. The cover features the actress launching a slingshot at Justin Baldoni amid their ongoing legal battle.
In the glittering world of Hollywood, where public image is everything, a shocking legal battle is unfolding that could have devastating consequences for one of America's most beloved power couples. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, celebrated for their charm and seemingly perfect relationship, now find themselves at the center of allegations that could not only destroy their carefully crafted public personas, but potentially expose them to serious legal jeopardy. What began as a professional dispute over the film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's bestseller, It Ends With Us, has morphed into something far more sinister, a legal chess game where the moves may have crossed dangerous lines. Today, we're diving deep into the allegations that Blake and Ryan's company, Van Zandt Inc., filed what's being called a sham lawsuit.
September 27th, a sham lawsuit is filed. Now, what sham lawsuit are we talking about? I want to skip ahead and show you this because what went down, and I'm going to tell you this is me reading into the situation now, was they took her phone, they were going to hand it to the New York Times, and then somebody in the group, maybe it's Ryan Reynolds, I think it's Ryan Reynolds, says, whoa, was that legal?
Designed to spy on Justin Baldoni and gain unauthorized access to private communications. And the consequences? They could be more severe than anyone initially realized. The saga began during the production of It Ends With Us, when tensions reportedly arose between the film's director and co-star Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, who also starred in and produced the project. What should have been a straightforward creative collaboration devolved into a bitter feud, with allegations of on-set friction and creative differences. But it's what allegedly happened behind the scenes that has legal experts raising serious concerns. According to recent statements from Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' company, Van Zandt Inc., filed a mysterious lawsuit with no named defendants, an almost unheard-of legal maneuver that appeared designed for one purpose only: to secure subpoena power without judicial oversight. This lawsuit, filed quietly and without notifying the parties whose information was being targeted, allowed them to issue a subpoena for the phone records and communications of Jennifer Abel.
Without question, this is the most explosive update since it all began. On July 10th, 2024, Jennifer Abel tenders her resignation. She's supposed to leave on August 23rd. On August 21st, that's when Stephanie Jones confiscates Jennifer Abel's phone.
A former employee who had worked with Baldoni. The timing couldn't be more suspicious. The subpoena was issued on the very same day that Abel turned her phone over to her former employer, Stephanie Jones. And according to court documents, Jones immediately shared this information with someone connected to Lively. This single action triggered a cascade of legal problems that now threatens to engulf everyone involved. What makes this situation particularly troubling is the elaborate lengths allegedly taken to conceal these actions. The lawsuit didn't mention Baldoni, Wayfair, Baldoni's production company, or Abel by name. Yet the subpoena specifically targeted Abel's phone and communications, dating back to December 2022, the exact time frame that a federal judge had previously ruled was off-limits in Lively's separate federal case against Baldoni. This sham lawsuit was designed to obtain subpoena power without oversight or scrutiny, Friedman stated in a public release that sent shockwaves through legal circles.
For those who are not in the Hollywood world, what is wrong with her taking over the film?
I've never seen it before in my 30-plus year career in Hollywood.
And in doing so, they denied my clients the ability to contest the propriety, nature, and scope of the subpoena. The implications are staggering. In our justice system, subpoenas are powerful tools that come with strict rules. The target of a subpoena must be notified and given an opportunity to object or challenge its scope. By allegedly creating what Baldoni's team calls a fictitious lawsuit with no basis in fact or law, Lively and Reynolds may have deliberately circumvented these critical safeguards. What's perhaps most damning is the paper trail, or lack thereof. The subpoena was reportedly not signed by a judge. The case was never assigned to a judge or clerk. And despite multiple requests, Baldoni's team claims they still haven't been provided with a copy of the actual subpoena. Even more suspicious, Samantha Katzey, the attorney who filed this lawsuit, is not listed among the numerous lawyers representing Lively in her federal case against Baldoni. And Van Zandt Inc., the company that filed the lawsuit, was never mentioned in any of the cease and desist letters. These actions could trigger a legal avalanche with devastating consequences.
The Agency Group PR LLC and Jennifer Abel, collectively the Wayfarer parties, we write to advise the court of an issue that the Wayfarer parties wish to address at the upcoming conference on Monday, February 3rd, 2025.
First, and most immediately, any evidence obtained through this subpoena could be deemed illegally acquired and excluded from court proceedings. Such a ruling would severely undermine Lively's position in her federal case, potentially causing the entire lawsuit to collapse. But that's just the beginning. Baldoni's team could file a motion for sanctions under Rule 11 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, which governs bad faith litigation. The court could impose fines, award attorneys' fees to Baldoni, or even dismiss Lively's lawsuit entirely. They could also file a separate lawsuit for abuse of process, a tort claim that arises when someone misuses the legal system for an ulterior motive. Most alarming of all is the specter of obstruction of justice charges. While it may sound extreme, legal experts suggest it's not outside the realm of possibility. Under federal law, obstruction of justice occurs when someone corruptly influences, obstructs, or impedes the due administration of justice. If a court determined that Lively and Reynolds intentionally manipulated the legal system to spy on Baldoni without proper notification, effectively denying him his constitutional rights, criminal charges could potentially follow.
Well, Baldoni looks like, what's the word? He's got like a, you remember going to school with that kid that always raised his hand real quick in school?
The penalties for obstruction of justice are severe, up to 10 years in federal prison under 18 U.S. Code Section 1503, substantial fines, probation, and potential restitution orders. Even if criminal charges don't materialize, the reputational damage and civil liabilities could be catastrophic. This case isn't just about Justin Baldoni anymore. It's about the integrity of our legal system and whether wealth and celebrity status can be leveraged to circumvent the rules that protect everyone's rights. It's also about the collateral damage inflicted on numerous individuals caught in the crossfire, women like Jennifer Abel, Melissa Nathan, Emily Baldoni, and Natasha Heath, along with countless staff members at Wayfair and business associates who have reportedly suffered serious consequences from this escalating feud.
Dear Judge Lyman, as counsel for Wayfarer Studios LLC, Justin Baldoni, Jamie Heath, Steve Sarowitz, It Ends With Us Movie LLC, Melissa Nathan.
The human toll is already evident. Jed Wallace, another individual caught in this conflict, reportedly suffered a heart attack. Justin Baldoni was hospitalized with a spinal infection. Meanwhile, Blake Lively has been promoting her new film in Europe and was recently named one of Time's most influential people, a stark contrast to the legal storm brewing back home. What makes this situation particularly troubling is that it exposes a darker side of Hollywood's power dynamics. When individuals with unlimited resources, massive platforms, and seemingly unlimited public goodwill decide to target someone, the consequences can be devastating. Justin Baldoni and his associates have allegedly been transformed into industry pariahs, their reputations tarnished, and their livelihoods threatened.
You've been following the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing?
Bro, Blake Lively, talk about ruin your reputation, and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, they up. Ryan's trying to get out of it now. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit, and they're like, you were a key part of this.
All because, according to Baldoni's team, they stood up for themselves against powerful figures. This case challenges us to reconsider our assumptions about victim and perpetrator narratives. It reminds us that men can be victims of false accusations, that women can be perpetrators, and that in Hollywood's high-stakes environment, legal and PR weapons can be deployed with devastating precision. It forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about how easily public perception can be manipulated when those with influence control the narrative. The legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of legal safeguards that protect everyone, regardless of fame or fortune. It's a reminder that even the most beloved celebrities aren't above the law, and that actions taken in the heat of conflict can have far-reaching consequences that extend beyond reputational damage to possible criminal liability.
In Blake's first amended complaint, Blake changed what she alleges about what happened while filming the slow dance scene, now that the footage has been released for everyone to see.
As this drama continues to unfold, it's worth considering the bigger picture. Beyond the salacious headlines and celebrity gossip lies a fundamental question about justice and accountability. If powerful individuals can manipulate our legal system to target their perceived enemies without consequence, what does that say about the protections afforded to that Baldoni's team is prepared to fight these alleged abuses of power and process with every legal tool at their disposal? Whether this results in sanctions, civil liability, or more serious consequences remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, this battle has expanded far beyond creative differences on a movie set. It now threatens to expose the potentially dark underbelly of celebrity privilege and its intersection with our justice system.
He told us that Justin Baldoni claims she tried to take over his movie because she has a history of saying, okay, I'll be the star, but what I secretly want to do is direct it and edit it and produce it.
The coming weeks and months will likely bring new filings, motions, and revelations that could dramatically alter the trajectory of this case. Will a judge determine that the Van Zandt lawsuit was indeed a sham, designed to circumvent proper legal procedures? Will the evidence obtained through the controversial subpoena be excluded from court proceedings? Could Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds face sanctions or more serious legal consequences for their alleged actions? These questions remain unanswered, but one thing is clear. What began as a Hollywood feud has evolved into something much more consequential, a test case for whether our legal system can withstand the influence of celebrity power and privilege. And for Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, what started as an attempt to gain leverage in a professional dispute could potentially end with consequences far more damaging than they ever anticipated. In the court of public opinion, the couple has long enjoyed near universal adoration, but in a court of law, different standards apply. If the allegations are proven true, not even their considerable charm and influence may be enough to shield them from the legal reckoning that could follow.
Yeah, and also, like, this is the most, like, divisive thing we've seen in a long time. You're either Team Justin or you're Team Blake. It's like the new, like, Team Jacob, Team Edward.
As this drama continues to unfold, it serves as a stark reminder that in our justice system, actions, no matter how carefully concealed, eventually come to light. And when they do, the consequences can be swift, severe, and blind to celebrity status. The Hollywood power couple now finds themselves in unfamiliar territory, on the defensive, facing serious allegations that could fundamentally alter their careers and legacy. For a pair who have built their brands on being relatable, likable, and above reproach, the suggestion that they may have engaged in potentially illegal tactics to target a professional rival represents an existential threat to everything they've built. As we continue to follow this developing story, one question looms large. In a town built on illusion, where does the truth really lie? And when the final verdict comes down, will justice be served, or will power and privilege once again tip the scales? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. This Hollywood drama has transcended entertainment to become a critical test of our legal system's fundamental promise: equal justice under law.